Let's go.
Gotta get the vibes going, man. My guy Ronald in here with on the drums with me, man, as well, man. A collab on the intro. What's up, my guys? It's NBA Talk with Jay. We back. It's another day. Happy to be alive. It's Thursday. Only 2 games on the card, but we're gonna break them down with my brother here, Ronald Cabang from Sports Memo. Also, you can find him on Twitter at @U_Capper. What's up with you, Mr. Cabang?
Man, it was a good day yesterday. We went 5-0 with the client plays and all that stuff. So feeling good. Hopefully we can just continue getting some W's. You know, every time I come on the show, I know people see me as like a working with Sports Memo and Wager Talk and all that stuff, and kind of see that, you know, I sell picks or whatever. But every time I come on this show, I literally give out everything for free. Anytime I do a show, everything is free. I'm not hiding nothing. Everything I do is for the people, you know what I mean? So hopefully people can kind of see me in a different light in that way. And when I come on this show, it's my element. You make me feel comfortable here, and I'm able to kind of talk about games the way that I want to. So I love it. I love coming on the show every week, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming on as well, man. Love to do it. Thursdays are my favorite, my guys, and I appreciate you as well, man. But yeah, my guy Mo's in the chat, man. Yeah, I hadn't been betting a lot, my guys. So hopefully you hadn't been betting all your money away. But shout out to my guy Ronald there, coming off the 5-0 day, my guy. You didn't send me those plays, man, but it's all good. But it's all good, Ronald. No, let's get to it today, man. 2 days, 2 games up. Yeah, I went 1-1 yesterday, so I had the Grizzlies official, and then I had I lost with the Pelicans on that one. So did have a bunch of other personal plays, a bunch of plays that I don't really tell people about, but 2 official plays, guys. If you'd like to track my plays, you can track my official plays in the Action Network, my guys. First game up here, Ronald. We're going to the streets of Orlando here. We got the Magic getting 9 points versus the Warriors here. Warriors 4th straight game on this road trip here, but they've lost the first 3 games, right? So in theory, this should be a huge bounce back spot for the Warriors here. How you looking at this game, my brother?
Yeah, man, this is tough. I mean, you wouldn't see the Warriors in this position to begin the season 3-5, losing 3 straight right here on the road, playing the 4th game of a 5-game road trip. Also, the first leg of a back-to-back road games. They got the Pelicans tomorrow. Possible look ahead, but you're looking at the Magic here are 1-7. 1-7. They're actually in a funky travel spot too. If you look at their schedule, they've been on the road twice, go home once, road twice, home once, road twice, home once. So they've traveled for every single game they played so far this season. So that's actually a tough travel spot. But now they have their first home game of a 7-game homestand. So I think late moving forward in the schedule, they'll do a lot better. But here being their first game coming off travel, that's still an issue in my opinion. I think the Magic overall, I think they're going to be better than they're better than what their record shows. But right now they're really limited with what they can do because of all the injuries they have, especially at the guard position. They got Gary Harris, Fultz, Cole Anthony, even Terrence Ross is another guard. He's a game time decision today with a knee bruise. And then you also got Mo Wagner and Jonathan Isaac at the forward position. There's just a lot of depth that they're missing, and each one of those guys, they would actually be playing minutes if they were healthy. So these guys are above whoever is on the second unit right now in the depth chart to begin the season. So they're really struggling with that aspect, just lack of depth. They're also very poor at shooting. I mean, if you look at their offensive numbers, their shooting percentages from 3-point, from field goal, they're all, I think, below. I think they're in the bottom 5 in each of the shooting categories, if I'm not mistaken. And then the Warriors, going back to the Warriors, sitting at 3-5. They're playing with, I feel like they're going to play with a sense of urgency because you can start to finally hear some of the frustration in Kerr's voice and the player's voice in the post-game pressers, right? Like beginning of the season, a couple of losses, and they're just like, all right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got to, figure out rotation, figure out the minutes. The last game, they're like, man, I don't know what these guys are doing, blah, blah, blah. They're really, you can start to hear the frustration. So to me, there's going to be a point of emphasis on defense and taking care of the ball, which is something that they've been struggling with. That they're normally good at. So to me, I feel like sense of urgency, the fact that they're gonna they're sitting on these three losses in a row. If I look back to last season, looking back to last season after losing 3 straight games, the Warriors are 5-1 against the spread dating back to last season. So I feel like this is a spot where they could just smack them up. I feel like they're gonna win by double digits. I took it at -8 last night. I think you guys did too. And for me, it's a smack spot right here. So that's the way that I'm looking.
Yeah, fast. Yeah, it's only a couple games, man. People know. Well, you knew that a lot of people gonna hop on the Warriors here today. I knew I was wake up in this one at least be at least another point higher here. So you're looking at the card tonight before. Obviously, most of the games do come out the day before the line. So I always encourage you guys, if there's something that you're really liking on the card the day before, you might want to get ahead of it, if barring any possible injuries. And that one, and like you said, Terrence Ross with a bone bruise, knee bone bruise. That's not. He probably more than likely he's not going to play it. It is very possible. Depends the degree of it. But I know me personally, when I bump my knee, when especially it's a bone bruise, that can take a little time to heal
Yeah,
there. So, but they are very thin. So maybe Ross tries to tough it out. They did get Suggs back in the last game, but just not enough guards for them. The Magic try to beat you with length. They try to beat you with rebounding and defense. It's not necessarily scoring. I just don't see them having enough offense to keep up with
yeah,
the Warriors here. And the main thing as well, the Magic like to defend the paint. They don't necessarily defend the 3-point line as well, and that's the main thing where the Warriors get you, right? We know Steph Curry, he's pulling up a couple feet behind the 3-point line. Jordan Poole coming off the bench as well. You got Wiggins that can hit some threes. Moody can hit some threes as well off the bench. Like Klay Thompson as well. You see what I'm saying? So.
yeah.
Hopefully that these guys don't rest anyone. They do have a game tomorrow versus the Pelicans, but after losing first 3 games on this road trip, you should be motivated to come out here and smack them. I wouldn't be surprised if they covered the first half as well, Ronald. I just
Yeah,
come out here full throttle. I mean, it's crazy to say full throttle versus the Magic, but you need a win in the worst way. You're going up
yeah.
against somewhat of a punching bag here. I don't see why the Warriors can come out and be up by 10 at the end of the first quarter and literally run away with this game. This shit really could get ugly in the second, and then they could possibly rest their guys in the second
Mhm.
half for their game tomorrow. So
If they
uh,
if the Warriors come out with a big lead early, the Magic are going to struggle to come back because they can't shoot. They're not really
right.
a good shooting team. There's probably a couple guys who can shoot the three ball pretty well, but overall as a team, they're gonna. I feel like they're not the type of team that can play from behind and come back after a double digit lead. That's just my opinion. I don't think they have the shooting ability to do it.
Facts right there. I like it, man. I like it. Yeah, it's only the Warriors. Only way I could look here, man. I'm not looking towards the Magic in this one, my guys. Like Ronald said, it was a really key point there. Maybe when they get on that home stand, they've been at home for a while, got a chance to get hot, maybe get some of their guards back. But
Yeah,
they're sitting in the spot going up against a pissed off Warriors team. They were up 10 versus the Heat as well, ended up losing that game, my guys. So I
yeah.
definitely see them coming out pissed off. Wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors covered first quarter, first half, and full game. I might have to put a little something on that first half as well there, Ron. I'd be
Yeah.
very surprised if the Magic came out early in this game and was able to hang with the shooting from the Warriors, my guys. So
Yeah, the other thing too, I mentioned this on the Sports Memo NBA show, is the Magic, they're gonna be a play on team real soon. Once they get
right.
healthy, they're gonna be a play on team. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
everyone's taking advantage of them because of the lack of depth. So pretty soon, maybe especially within this homestand, 7 game homestand, we're gonna be able to make some money on Orlando.
I'm right there with you on that, my guy. And I like how you're looking ahead as well, man. I'll tell you, man, I had this Pelican spot circled yesterday for tomorrow, Ronald. I had the Pelican spot circled. I don't like the fact that the Warriors have been so lackluster on this road trip, man. I'm talking about, I was going to the casino. Remember, we was just talking right before the show where I've
Yeah,
been betting smaller earlier this year. This was a spot that I had circled. I was thinking the Warriors would probably come in here at least 3-1 tomorrow, but it's just I just wanted to talk something out there, but I
I
still
mean,
think there could be a very
if they blow out the Magic tonight, you're gonna get a nice line to pick up the Pelicans tomorrow. So
yeah.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I could see them maybe rest somebody as well. I know it's a terrible spot for the Warriors tomorrow, but let's talk about this game here where we got the Thunder been balling out here, Ronald. We might have to hop on them Thunder
Crazy.
tonight, man. They've been they're 6-1 against the spread. Doesn't matter if they're
Mhm.
if they're at the house, they're on the road. They're just playing harder than everybody right now. SJ playing at a high level. We think about the Nuggets is you never know when they're really going to turn it on, right? But
Yeah.
right now it hasn't been that way. They hadn't been playing defense. Basically, it's trying to beat teams with their offense. Some of the revenge spot as well. The Thunder, they lost by 5 in Denver in that one, which they always seem to play well in Denver as well. Do you think the Thunder can keep this game close, if not win it outright?
Yeah, this one's pretty tough. I think the line is pretty sharp, in my opinion. The Nuggets, they're well rested, right? They haven't played since Sunday when they lost to the Lakers, and I think they're probably simmering on that loss right now because losing to the Lakers in this time, especially how they've been playing, it's kind of I would say it's like a little embarrassing in my opinion. I mean that's how I think of it. But yeah, and then the Bones Highland, he's a game time decision. Ish Smith is a game time decision, but
Damn.
Bones, I think he practiced fully on Tuesday, so he should be good to go. And he's a key component to that second unit there. I think everybody's been surprised with the Thunder and how they've been playing. Obviously a 4-game winning streak, beat the Clippers twice, beat the Mavs in Dallas too, and those are
Mm-hmm.
impressive wins right there. The Thunder defense is really what's been able to keep them going in these games and giving them the opportunity to win these games towards the end. I mean, they're fourth in the league in defensive rating, so that's one thing that's really that's their key driver. And then you bring up SGA, who's been playing like elite ball right now. I think he's averaging over 30 per
Mm-hmm.
game. Yeah, he's really the only offensive player that we really need to worry about. And the Nuggets, like I said, they're simmering on that loss against the Lakers since Sunday. I can kind of see the Nuggets coming out the gate pretty strong in this one. And if they build an early lead, I can see the Thunder struggling to come back too, because their offense also struggles from the uh, uh, 3 point percentage. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I think if the Nuggets can come out with a strong lead as well, similar to how I'm looking at the Warriors game, these two teams here, the Thunder and the Magic, I just feel like their shooting ability isn't up to par to be able to come back from double digit leads. That's how I think of it. But their defense is what keeps them into games, and that's why I kind of look towards the under as well in this one. I feel like even though they both play like a quick pace, the total here at 220, I think it's like 229. I think that's just a few points too high. I would think that the Thunder would probably struggle offensively in this one, trying to come back from a large lead early, and then the Nuggets obviously will probably struggle a little bit as well, since the defensive side of the ball for the Thunder is where their main focus is. So to me, the six is kind of short. I would say that the Nuggets would be able to cover that, but it would be tight. Probably like maybe a 8 point win by the Nuggets and towards the under as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Interesting enough, the last game that they played, it was a back-to-back for the Nuggets there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which game. I believe it was let me see. They came off that game, yeah, versus the Warriors. So there was a huge game versus the Warriors, and they still turned around and went home and then won that game by 5. So you could be right here, Ronald. Maybe that look for the Thunder runs out here. I don't know. I just feel like they've really been playing over their head. They're a great team, but they still don't
Yeah,
have a ton of size, right? Teams don't really take advantage of what the Thunder are weak at, and that's the size down low. You can literally drive to the basket damn near every chance you get, man.
yeah,
Most of your points should come in the paint versus the Thunder here.
yeah,
Obviously, Jokic is somewhat of a matchup problem, but teams
yeah,
just it's crazy, Ronald. Early season, bro. You want to take you want to take the bad teams in theory over the good teams, just because the good teams don't necessarily care.
yeah,
They know that they have real deep aspirations to get to the playoffs. And early season is kind of just still like preseason, man. So it's tough for
yeah,
me to take these type of games. These are the games that's been biting people in the ass. You'd like to
yeah.
take the Nuggets. Obviously, they're a much better team, but do they care? And do they care to play defense here? So it's just
Yeah, it's
crazy.
that I think I talked about it on the show last week that 6 to 8 point range is where things get really funky because
Mm-hmm.
you don't know if the line is as sharp as it is and the game gets to that point where there's like a minute left and the team is winning by 6 points. You really don't know what's going to happen as far as like when they're going to start fouling, when they're not, and that's where you have to look at the coaching aspect. What type of teams what type of coaching that these teams have. To me, in this position, if I look at the Nuggets and they're up by 6 points, I feel like they have the ability to make the free throw shots. They have the length on the defensive side of the ball. I think they also have the experience to be able to make the right decisions in this position too. So those are like the little things that I look at when it gets to that point. Can they get over the 6 or over the 7 with those free throws? Can the Thunder make the 3 point shots, right? And obviously their 3 point percentage isn't that great, so they're not gonna. To me, that those are the type of little things that I look at when it gets to the line in the 6 to 8 point range.
Yeah, that's some good points there, man. It's gonna be a good game. I'll watch it. Let's say it'd be interesting to see if what no real look ahead for the Nuggets. They got a couple games versus San Antonio on deck and then Indy. So be interested to see if they take this game serious tonight. Obviously, the Nuggets, Jokic should be able to do whatever the hell he wants here, but do they care, my guys? That's
Yeah.
the Thunder seem like they've been caring more than everybody else, and that's why they've been covering the spreads here. But real quick, man, let's talk about some shirts here, my guys. Talk about some shirts. $10 off shirts, man. You can get the Jay and Shark shirt for only $15, man. Use promo code WIN10 over there at the website, jmoneyismoney.com. We got Smack City shirts. We got Us Against the Bookie shirts. Let's get some cash as well. And they also come with a free pair of glasses. And if you like, you can get Ronald's the shirt that Ronald has on as well, man. Cappers with Attitude, man. A collab with myself, Ski Profit, and Ronald as well. Hit myself or Ronald up for one of those for one of those shirts as well, my guys. But now let's get to some free NBA picks. Only 2 games on the card here, Ronald. Tell the people what you got going over at Sports Memo and any picks for tonight, my brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I did get it at -8. I think they win by double digits tonight. So at the current line at -9, I think it's still good to go. The Nuggets, I got it at -6 last night as well. I think it's at 6.5. I'm telling you, this might be a sharp line. So I would say I wouldn't go past 7 if it gets to that point. 6.5 might be good. If you can buy the hook and get it at -6 at like a -120, I think that would be okay. And then I also took the under here. So three plays here. I'm hoping to go 3-0. Went 5-0 yesterday. So hopefully we just keep that streak going.
Keep it going, my brother. I know you will. You going 3-0 today, my guy. Yeah, I bet the Warriors last night -8. I'm thinking about adding it first half, man, -5. I'm
Makes a lot
thinking
of sense, bro.
I think that's a good spot. This should be a trifecta spot from the Warriors here, man. Simply put, my guys, they should come out here and smoke this team. It's not always that simple. When you have a top tier team coming off 3 straight losses, they're coming off a loss where they're up double digits to close the game, and then end up losing outright. I'm sure they're pissed. They want to take their frustrations out on somebody, and unfortunately, the Magic just started. That's just what the doctor ordered up, in my opinion here. So wouldn't talk you out of trifecta. I think I'm gonna add Warriors in the first half, man. If you want, you can track me on Action Network. That's where I track my plays, my guys. But might make some college football plays, some baseball plays as well. I'm rooting for the Phillies hard in the World Series, my guys. So I do think there's some up there with McCullers and Verlander's pitching, but that's just me. I'm not a baseball expert, but I do see some fish. I do see some fishy
every
going
time
on.
every time you say you're not an expert, you win. I'll tell you that.
Just saying, hey, I'm not an expert in the NBA right now, man. But let's get some cash, man. Let's get some cash, my guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. That's the show. That's my guy, Ronald Cabang, man. Y'all go follow him on Twitter at @U_Capper. You can follow me as well at JMoneyIsMoney. Let's get this cash, my guys. It's a long season. It's us against the bookies, my guys. No competing up against us or cappers. The only person you're competing up against is your bookie. So take what you absolutely love. We're trying to get some cash. We will win, my guys. We out.